Have you ever felt that strange pull to take a detour, to follow a road that isn't on any map? What if that road was following you instead? Tonight, we're delving into one of the most chilling cases from the DeadHour archives. File 11609UT, a mystery known only as the Cartographer's mistake. It's a story that blurs the line between a simple navigational error and a tear in the fabric of our reality. It begins, as many strange tales do, on a desolate stretch of highway, with three separate incidents, three separate groups of people who all vanished without a trace. The official reports are frustratingly thin. On 3 different occasions, vehicles were reported missing after being last seen turning off the main highway in the Utah backcountry. The problem? Where they supposedly turned, there is no road. Local authorities, state police, even private search teams have conducted exhaustive aerial and ground surveys. The result is always the same: miles of undisturbed, dense scrubland. No tire tracks, no broken fences, no sign that a car, let alone 3, has ever passed through. The land is exactly as it has been for centuries. For the official record, the case remains cold. A bizarre but ultimately unsolvable string of disappearances. But here at DeadHour, we look deeper. Our investigation picked up a thread the official inquiries missed. In the third victim's vehicle, which was eventually found abandoned miles away with no sign of its driver, a single piece of evidence was recovered: a civilian GPS unit. Most of its data was corrupted, but our technicians managed to salvage a crucial fragment. On the screen, displayed over the map of the same impassable scrubland, was a shimmering, glitching icon, a thin, dotted line representing a dirt track. A track that simply does not exist. We've designated it Route 0. At first, we treated it as a simple software bug, a ghost in the machine. A tragic coincidence where a faulty map led 3 drivers to their doom in the unforgiving wilderness. But the more we analyzed the GPS unit's internal logs, the more that simple explanation fell apart. We cross-referenced the movement data from the recovered unit with the time-stamped witness statements from the other 2 disappearances. The logs showed the car wasn't just driving into the wilderness. It was meticulously following this phantom road. A road that, according to the GPS's own corrupted data, was not in the same place for all 3 incidents. This is where the story turns from a tragic mystery into pure, high strangeness. Route 0 is not a static anomaly. It's not a forgotten pioneer trail or a mapping error from a bygone era. The data suggests it's a mobile phenomenon, a literal road to nowhere that actively displaces itself, shifting its location across the landscape. It's like a predator, laying a trap in the digital world that manifests in our physical one. The victims weren't lost. They were led. They were following a line on a screen that was peeling away from this reality, taking them with it. The implications are staggering. How can a road move? Where does it lead? The fragmented data from the GPS unit gave us one more terrifying clue. We spent weeks trying to reconstruct the corrupted files. And for a few seconds, we managed to stabilize a piece of video footage recorded by the device's dashcam feature. The footage was distorted, a kaleidoscope of impossible colors and landscapes that seemed to defy geometry. It was a brief, nauseating glimpse into wherever Route 0 takes its travelers. And then, the file corrupted completely, leaving us with nothing but the chilling audio logs of the driver's growing confusion and panic. The final log is the hardest to listen to. The driver's voice is strained. He talks about the sun being in the wrong part of the sky. He mentions the strange color of the dirt, a deep reddish choker he'd never seen before. He says the road behind him seems to be gone, replaced by a wall of shimmering heat. Even though the car's thermometer reads well below freezing, his last words are not a scream, but a whisper of disbelief. It's not on the map. None of this is on the map. Then, silence. For weeks, that's where the investigation stalled. We had a theory, a terrifying one, but no way to prove it. We couldn't triangulate the road's position because it was never in the same place twice. It was a ghost that left no tracks save for the digital breadcrumbs in a dead man's GPS. I kept the unit here in the DeadHour office running diagnostics, hoping for another breakthrough. I would stare at the screen for hours, watching the static, tracing the ghost of Route 0 with my finger. I was looking for it, and I didn't realize that it might just be looking back. Last night, something happened. I was archiving the case files, the GPS unit powered on beside me on the desk. Suddenly, the unit's screen flickered. The familiar chime, the one you hear when it recalculates a route, echoed in the silent office. For a split second, the corrupted file re-engaged. The shimmering icon of Route 0 reappeared. And for a fraction of a second, the archival trajectory of the phantom road, the path the last victim took, briefly overlapped with my current location. Right here. In this office. The screen flashed with that same impossible, distorted landscape from the dashcam footage, then went dark. A system-wide data corruption warning flashed, and then the unit died completely. It's now nothing more than a plastic brick. But that's not what's left, my hands shaking. That's not why I haven't slept. When the unit flashed, I felt a strange, dry breeze in the room, and when I turned the main lights on, I saw it. There, on the corner of my desk, right where the GPS unit was sitting, was a fine dusting of dry, reddish-ochre desert dirt. Dirt that wasn't there a minute before. The cartographer's mistake isn't just a cold case file, it's an active threat. Route 0 is real. And the chilling truth we've uncovered is that you don't find the road, it finds you. And all it takes is looking for it just a little too hard. Thanks for joining us in the archives. If you find these strange journeys into the unknown as compelling as we do, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell. You never know what forgotten file will open next. Stay safe out there, and maybe stick to the main roads.